Hi everyone, I'm Megan, and this is Beguiled by Books, a community of book lovers and word nerds. Today, I'm sharing with you some of my favorite home design books that you can use to decorate as well as to actually help you better design your home. Let's get started. Friendly reminder before we get started, go down to the description or the pinned comment below and sign up for my upcoming course, The Growth Library, a book-based blueprint to wisdom and well-being. It's going to be a great course where I take 12 science-heavy nonfiction books, distill them down into actionable insights so that you can shortcut your way to success. I look forward to seeing you over there. Now, let's talk about some of my favorite home design books that you can use in your own home. As someone who loves books, it's no surprise that I love all forms of books, including those for home design. And I have been looking for the right ones to fit both my style as well as my decorating style for quite some time. Over the years, I've collected and gotten rid of some books here and there that don't really fit, that don't make sense, and I've ended up with a lot that I'm super happy with. I do decorate with books, as you can see, and I love decorating with books because it shows that you are a reader and that you also know how to decorate. I don't know, it's really fun. I like it. Not saying I'm the world's best at interior decoration, but I've learned a lot from these books. The first author that I will say has some fabulous books is Shira Gill, and she is a West Coast-based minimalist and interior design influencer expert. She has three books, all of which I own and love, that are so helpful for really minimalist and intentional design and organization. It's for me the perfect blend of both form and function, looking for things that are beautiful as well as serve a purpose so that the things in your home are really, like said, intentional. You don't have a lot of fluff, a lot of tchotchkes, things like that, unless fluff and tchotchkes are your vibe. If that is the case, Shira Gill's probably not the right person for you. But if you do like minimalism, if you do like keeping things very uh, functional, very intentional. I cannot stress these books enough. I love them. Every single one is loaded with helpful information as well as great style inspiration. And the best part, recommendations of where she gets all of her things. Really, really cool and helpful. And I really love these books. If you remember back at the beginning of the pandemic, home stuff was having its moment. And on Netflix, there were quite a few shows. One specifically was by Sid and Shay McGee, a couple in the western part of the United States that does a ton of both design and custom work. If you are uncertain about buying their books, go ahead and check out a show of theirs on Netflix and see if you like their style. Their books really do reflect their style. And what I like about both Sid and Shay McGee is that they try to understand their clients' influence. So they have a really broad spectrum of the way they design things. I will say they tend to design big, grand things, and that's not personally my life or how I have my home. So it's a little hard to translate some of those grander designs and ideas into something more small. So keep that in mind. If you are a small space kind of person, definitely try Shira Gill. I think the McGees are awesome, but great for those big luxurious homes. I can't do a video about home design books without mentioning The Home Edit. At the beginning of the pandemic, they were one of those that had their big moment where they had a show on Netflix, they had a partnership with the Container Store, they were doing a lot and getting into a lot of people's homes in a lot of different ways. And they have a really phenomenal way of thinking about organization in your home, especially if you've got a lot of disparate things happening. They do great in big spaces, they do great in really small spaces. And their philosophy is all about editing, taking things away rather than adding and adding and adding. So take things away as well as organize what you have. So important in today's world of overconsumption and just so many different things and pieces of the world that we own. It's crazy out there. So how can we better reduce, reuse, and then just outright, get rid of when they're no longer serving their purpose? The Home Edit has great philosophies. And again, like Shira Gill, they have a great partnership with the Container Store. They have things online that you can purchase, and they link all of that in their ebooks. They have listings for it in their regular books. It's pretty easy to find. A book that I recently got that I really like is called Home Matters. And this book is really lovely because it's more about the home rather than design or decoration. And it's about why the home is so helpful and foundational in making sure that we are comfortable in our own skin. So it's really an extension of who we are and making sure that our homes reflect who we are and our spaces within our homes, right? If we're sharing a home with someone or multiple people, common spaces may be a little more neutral, but we have that sacred space within the home that is truly ours, and making sure that reflects us is so important to being happy and healthy and well balanced. And this is just a lovely book, and it's really pretty, so it's fun to decorate with. It's on my console as you walk into my front door, so it's really lovely, and blue and yellow fun colors are, you can see my favorites. So that's always really nice. But again, it's a really nice book from a philosophical perspective as well, and worth a read. A couple of honorable mentions that I would be remiss to not talk about on my books about home decor. I do love the book Cabin Porn. I found this when I was on vacation in Utah at a little shop, and it is exactly what it sounds like. It's all about cabins and just the most cabiniest of cabins that are out there. So lovely, so inspirational if you dream about running away and living off the grid, but with all the modern day conveniences, as we are all want to do in the book community. So this is a really fun one to just kind of have that daydream of your remote cabin in the woods where you have everything that you need and don't have to worry about the outside world. So it's a lovely little bit of escapism. Another book that I love is called The Modern Caravan. And again, kind of if you are wanting to leave all your worldly possessions behind and just go caravanning across your country or across your continent, this is such a fun one to think about those potentials and just what would life be like if you reduced everything you own into the size of a caravan and you just wandered the country like that. Really cool ideas. I really do love both of these books, and I hope you have found something that you can use for your inspiration at your home as well. What are some of your favorite resources and books on home decoration and design? I would love to know. I'm always interested in expanding what I know, what ways rooms can be styled, all kinds of fun things like that. So drop me a comment. If you liked this video or found a book that you're interested in, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Check out the links and go sign up for the Growth Library course. And I really appreciate the privilege of your time. Thanks and have a great day.